Gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. We disagree. We can move on, but we can always, hey, you know what the slogan is. Man, shout out Big Fast Podcast. You get what I'm saying? Shout out DJ Scream and everybody else, you feel me, that's on the panel that's been doing their thing. I've been rocking with a lot of Southern, you feel me, as far as like in that region, like podcasters, bro. I've been liking, especially Real Tune. I'm not sure if he out there in Houston, Texas, or he in Florida. I'm not sure, but shout out to him. Fab, you already know that's home team. You know, NorCal, SoCal, all day. You feel me? I done been to a couple Merry Thismas when they was keeping Mac Dre name alive. At the time, they still keeping Mac Dre name alive. I'm talking about when it was like fresh, when it hit the scene out there in Petaluma, you know, Windsor, you know, certain. There's a whole bunch of stuff. The fairgrounds in Santa Rosa, so shout out Fab. But my homeboy sent me this clip and he wanted me to do a react. Like, he, you feel me? He basically was like, man, how you feel about, you know, this certain topic, you know, in the interview. Excuse me, not a clip, but just a segment in the interview. So let's go ahead and react to it together, and I'm going to give my honest opinion. You already know I'm gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying it right, I'm not saying it wrong. Let's go.
Yeah, so it's actually the first,
It's hard.
it's actually the first digital, which is physical and digital museum, to where now we have a physical where you can touch it, but digitized through the augmented reality. So as we release that in the March, we're gonna open up those things, man. And it's a great experience.
If you had to say so to change one thing in Oakland, what would it be?
The abandonment of the youth. Sometimes we often talk about how the youth are crazy and the youth that run wild. And this is not just in Oakland, this is in Atlanta, this is in Baltimore, Detroit, and all of the inner cities. What people have to understand, they have this thing out here called bipping. And bipping is in the breaking windows. It's a
Yeah,
big,
Philip was
bro,
talking about that.
it's big about bipping, right? And me and a friend of mine, an elder guy, we talked about, he was like, man, these young dudes is crazy, man, they out here breaking windows. And I stopped him at that moment. I said, can I ask you a question? And I was like, y'all sold crack. Y'all sold crack to our mamas, y'all sold crack to our grandmamas, y'all sold crack to everybody in our generation, our aunties and everything. Y'all broke up families. Are broken windows worse than broken families?
Damn. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
So real quick, are broken windows worse than broken families? Well, check it out. I'll put it like this, because if you guys are not familiar with bipping, but that's what bipping is. You get what I'm saying? They get up on the, you feel me, get your stuff, get your belongings, and get that run up. They could do it right, you on the freeway. You get what I'm saying? You could be in jam traffic. Somebody get right up on you, bing, and get up out the way. I would say essentially it's like kind of almost equal. And what I mean by that is, okay, put it like this, right? You breaking into somebody's belongings and you taking you feel me? You breaking into somebody's car, or wherever the case may be, right? And you taking stuff that may cause them to start over, or they might not be able to bounce back. They probably got so much important stuff in that hard drive, so much life, like worth stuff that, hey, it might set you back. Talking about talking about single homes in, you know, 2-parent households. And then that might cause friction. Well, a person have to start back where now, hey, I don't know where I'm going on that. You know what I'm saying? Or put it like this. And I know some people will be like, you reaching. No, I'm keeping it a G, bro. When you actually breaking into somebody, you feel me, you know, they personal, and you take something from there, you don't know what's going on or whatever the case may be, and it could be a laptop, it could be a hard drive, it could be anything. That last ring that they might got sitting in there in that briefcase, that might get them to hold on to whatever the case may be. You doing that, right? You feel me? That's a setback. So yeah, that's causing friction in the household, because now we're scrambling. You feel me? Now it's causing more, you know, arguments. Now, you know, oh, we got to start from the bottom. Or look at it like this, right? You break into someone's car. What just so happened if a person come outside and they see somebody breaking into their car, like a car stereo, like how I'm looking at this situation, I'll be aside. Remember South Central? You feel me? Remember South Central when the son got hit in the back for breaking in the car stereo? You get what I'm saying? I mean, for breaking into the car to get the stereo. And what the husband do? Nigga provide. Look, he had to come out. Wait. Now, I know that people will probably be like, hey, that's excessive. But check this out. That's what I'm saying. Look, you're forcing parents, you're forcing people with families to probably react or retaliate in a situation like, damn, where this come from? You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, that can cause broken families. It can't cause it. Like I'm just saying, you feel me? You saying is broken windows is the same as broken families. Well, essentially, it can go right. If you really think about it, it can come right back to it, depending on what the family is. You feel me? Depending on that person. Now, I understand, and this is another thing too, right? Because crack, of course, that's worse than robberies. But at the same time, bro, nobody is, and I mean no disrespect, but it wasn't like we're not forcing you to go buy that work. We're not. That's something that you're doing on your own. You get what I'm saying? That's something that you're doing on your own time. That's something that you want to do. It's no excuse for you to forcefully break into my stuff, and you get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know some people will be like, nah, bro, it ain't the same. Bro, trust me. It's just, if you really think about it, depending on, like I say, it all depends on the person and what they going through, what's going on. You might meet your match that day. You might come in, because the thing about bipping, right? You feel me? And I didn't watch the documentary. It ain't like it's empty cars. Sometimes you be in your car, jam traffic. You feel me? Come right up on you. Get the laptop out. Get the suitcase. Now, what if that day, like, you just own one and I don't care if it's justified or not that you doing what you have to do. Why would you even want to put somebody in that type of situation? Because some people be like, oh, well, you'll get but why we have to even go through that? That's what I'm saying. Why do we even need to go through that? That can also cause a broken home. Look, you alleviated one person out the household. I'm not saying it right, I'm not saying it wrong, but hey, shout out to Mr. Fab, because I get where you're coming from. Don't get me wrong, and I know some people might feel it's a reach. I'm just saying, essentially, it can come back to being a broken home. Broken windows can come back to broken families. I'm not saying it right, I'm not saying it wrong. I'm gravitation with the observation. 100.